Ah, bloomin' heck. Thank you, MCFR. You got me there. You got my back there. Hi, MCFR. Welcome to the chat. I didn't really say much, but hope your stream went well. It did. It went very well. Got over 1k views. I tuned into yours. I saw a couple points yours got like over 8 concurrent viewers, so that's not bad either. But I hope your stream did good too. 1k, wow, I know. It was crazy. And hopefully it's just going to get bigger and better. But back to this, what I basically said was, what performance that was, lads. It got 14 at one point. Yeah, so did mine. That was the highest I'd had on the stream. 1k mint. Was that how many views you got too? Mine got 150. Mine got 150. Decent for the first watch along in ages. Yeah, I mean, yeah, spot on. You know, you can't argue that. You ain't done a City watch along for time, I believe. They'll only get better though, I'm sure. But City beat Brentford. City, by the way, I just want to say, probably one of the best games for City in terms of creating chances. We made so many chances this game. So many shots on target, lads. But we should have beaten Brentford by 6. That's the type of game it was. 2 factors stopped us. Whatever Mark Flecken was on was ridiculous because that fella was keeping everything out in the first half. You could have chucked tennis balls at him and he would have saved it easily. Loads of snow on Thursday. School could be off. Fingers crossed for you, lad. Today our English substitute gave someone a detention for putting their hand on their face, gave someone else a 2-hour detention for saying yes instead of yes miss. But Mark Flecken, what a game he had. But I'm going to get into player ratings. Starting with Edison in goal, I'm giving him a 6.5. This is because I don't think he had to do too much, but I also think he gave away the ball a couple times on passing. You know, I remember one point he gave away the ball, and if it wasn't for a block by Diaz, he could have been in trouble. You know, it was a dodgy one for Edison, but Foden 8.5, gotta be a 9.9, lol. Trust me, lads. For a player to get a hat trick, for a player to get a like a 10 out of 10 or anything above a 9, the game they have has to be out of this world. And don't get me wrong, Phil Foden was 8.5 is brilliant, by the way. 8.5 is amazing. You know, nothing to be sneered at. But like for 10 or a 9, you know, you've got to be nigh perfection. You know, like everything you touch turns to gold kind of perfection, you know? It's a high standard, but I love his new celebration. I know we did the finger guns. So whether that becomes a celebration to the crowd, I'm not sure. But guys, can I just mention, I'll save this for later, but quickly, Phil Foden is on something else this season. He's playing brilliantly. But anyway, back to the back line. Kyle Walker 7. I thought he was solid. Defensively, you know, he's pretty good. Going up a lot. Did it 3 times, so I'm pretty sure it's his now. Yeah, there you go. But Kyle Walker, I thought was solid defensively. Passing was pretty good too. Had part to play in Phil Foden's second goal. Back in Fridge getting a milk claw. Fair enough, can't argue that. But yeah, he was great, Kyle Walker, today. Even going forward, not whipping in balls, you know, I've never been a fan of that. He almost got himself a screamer, I'd like to mention. He always gives the shots a go, and I say, like, one in a blue moon, they work out. But, you know, and that one almost did, but not quite. But going on to Ruben Diaz now. I'm giving him a 7.5 because I don't think he put a foot wrong. If you want the truth, I thought he was very good defensively. I think we're starting to see Ruben Diaz from like last season a bit now. Not quite them levels, because last season Ruben Diaz back end, he was brilliant, but I think he is on that path. And I thought this was brilliant. That block he made early in the second half, it was superb. Similar to the Jamal Musiala block shot he did last season. If you remember, he gave Musiala brilliant shot from him, throws Edison off. Ruben Diaz just spreads his body. You know, it's incredible how he spreads his body like that, but he did it and just showed his class. And today he did that again. Not quite the same, but he still did it, and it got the block, which I'm pretty sure got cleared for a corner. So that was brilliant by Ruben Diaz. Nathan Ake, I'm giving him a 7 because I wasn't too sure. I was in between 7 and 6.5. I decided to go 7 to be a bit more positive. He got a win at the end of the day, so he got a win, and I thought, other than one little bit that I wasn't too keen on, I thought he was fine. The one thing I wasn't keen on was the goal. I'm not pinning it on him, but I don't know. Like, surely there comes a point where he's holding on to Ivan Toney, and he just feels... Ivan Toney must be showing him a bit of body language, okay? Because Ivan Toney, okay, if he's clearly trying to open space for Neil Maupay, which he does brilliantly, you know. To be fair, spot on. Tommy Allen, welcome to the chat. Guessing for tuning in. Phil Foden with the hat-trick, lad, so big up to you tuning into the stream. But that was just the one point I thought could have been better, but I'm not going to be overly critical. He was fine other than that and was solid just like the rest of the back line. Now then, going on to Josko Vardio. I thought this guy was a lot better today. He even could have gotten a goal. I actually think he was man of the match contention, if you want the truth. That's how good I thought he was. I think he was like 4th best on the pitch. So I thought he was very good, Josko Vardio. Up there with the best in terms of playing. Probably one of his best performances since the Arsenal game, which we lost. But he locked down Gabriel Jesus to a T, so... Welcome back, MCFR. We are talking about Josko Vardio right now. I was actually very impressed with his performance. You know, he probably could have gotten himself a goal if he was a little luckier. You know, Mark Flecken had to make a really good save. Him and De Bruyne did a really good one too. You know, I think Josko Vardio showed a bit of his class today. And I think if he can perform like this consistently, then I think that left-back position can be his. But definitely a very good game from him. Poorest shooting, what I've seen this season though. Yeah, this season's shooting from him hasn't been brilliant, but I thought today's shooting wasn't too bad. He probably should have had a goal, to be honest. Glimpse HC, welcome to the chat. I subscribe to you as well. Big up, thank you. Thank you for subscribing, man. We are on... just want to say, guys, we have beaten 350 subscribers, which is just brilliant, fellas. And I said at the beginning of the month that was the goal by the end of February. You know, and that meant that we had to get 14 subs by the end of Feb, and we've done it in a few days. So, big up to everyone who's contributed towards that. You know, every subscriber is massive, every view is massive, every like is massive. So, okay. Big up Glimpse HC. I'll check out your channel later. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll have a look at your channel later, Glimpse. So, big up for tuning in. So you seem a solid lad. MCFR seems to like you, so I'll definitely have a look at your channel. But yeah, Vardio, great game, and hopefully this is just the beginning of Josko Vardio's eventual progression. I do have something non-game related I'd like to bring up with you guys too. Did an Instagram post on it during the match, so stick around for Beyond the Player ratings. On to Rodri. Rodri, just solid Rodri. This was had involvement on the third goal, the hat trick. Played the ball into Haaland, which got played into Foden. So, I thought Rodri was he was fine today. Did his job and did it well. So, 7 out of 10 for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good performance. 6.5 for Bernardo, the lowest rating on the pitch at the starting 11. Am I being harsh? I don't know. I just thought he was quiet today, which isn't like him. I mean, everyone can have a quiet game, obviously. Everyone is allowed to have a quiet game. Because no one is perfect. No one performs brilliantly in and out. Milk is the best. Milk is the best. I love it, lol. He ghosted, says MCFR. I don't think it was great for Bernardo today. I'm not going to be too critical. So that's why I've given him a 6.5. Because, there was nothing wrong with his passing, I felt. Other than when, a ball whipped into the box and stuff like that. But, yeah, definitely not one of his best. Hopefully he can just get... hopefully he get back to his best. And I've no doubt that, this is just a hiccup, I feel. Bernardo's such a great player that I feel he'll just jump back to right where he needs to be. Is it me who didn't give De Bruyne an 8? I'm not a Man City fan, I suppose, so I don't know. I'll get into why I've given De Bruyne such a high rating, him being the second best player on the pitch. That's true, De Bruyne is world class. Yeah, De Bruyne is world class, and I think he'll retire. Personally, I think if he lives out his career at City and finishes it at City and all that, and retires at City, retires in the Prem, I think he'll go down as the greatest Premier League midfielder of all time. That's my personal opinion. There's you see some of the passes, okay? When someone says no one can do what KDB does, okay? You probably sit there and think for a moment, there's got to be someone. Okay, but then you'll watch a game like Newcastle when he whipped that ball to Oscar Bob. No one can do that, No one can do that. I've been to Chelsea a few times, to be fair, so I'm not full-on glory hunter, plus there's no glory at Chelsea. Yeah, it's not looking good at the moment, is it? 11th in the league? Oscar Bob is very good as well, one for the future, isn't he? He's going to be brilliant. Moving on to Alvarez. I didn't think today was too bad from him. I thought quiet second half, but a pretty good first half. But I don't think he did anything wrong today. I thought shots, he looked a bit sharper. I've been a bit critical of his shooting recently, but he got 2 goals right at the end of January, getting two on Burnley, and he probably could have gotten 1 today on another day if Mark Flecken wasn't just performing brilliantly. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd take 8th in Carabao Cup right now. For me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be super disappointed with what's gone on, because Mauricio Pochettino, Mauricio Pochettino is like a manager who should be... I thought he was going to bring Chelsea to at least Europa League, or at least, at the very minimum, Conference League, That's where I thought Chelsea were going to finish. I thought top 4 would just be incredible. How is media not on Pochettino? I know, a lot of the media is on Ten Hag, and I don't think they're necessarily in the wrong for that. But Pochettino is in 11th. He's not in the top half of the table with Chelsea. Chelsea, the club that spent £1 billion over the last year and a half. So, explain that to me. Poch is a proven loser. Yeah, he doesn't win. He won at... Did he even win any... He probably did win something at PSG. But come on, it's PSG. The French league... It's a walk in the park for them, That's why it's not top 5 leagues in the world anymore. Worst $1 billion spent in history. It's shocking. He won the French league, lol. I know, okay, but it's at PSG. I could probably do that, no offence. with the club they have, and the squad they have, and the money they have. You see the summer they had, Muwani. I'm sorry. It's I'm not gonna say it's an easy job, but it's definitely if there was any league I'd want to go into out of some of the bigger leagues in the world to win the league with, I want to go to French league and I'd want to manage PSG. I don't think Poch's terrible manager. Honestly, I don't think anyone can save us at the moment. That's a valid point. I think Chelsea are just a mess at the moment. That's the problem. But we'll speak about Chelsea a little bit later. But you are right, they are a mess. We're going to get on to De Bruyne now, and why I think he was an 8 out of 10. Number 1, he got an assist, which is obviously going to bump up his rating a bit. But you've got to remember, he also whipped in the ball right at the end of the first half, which ended up getting to Phil Foden. So it's not an assist, but he is the reason that goal happens. He whips in that ball. He's the reason that bad header is. Tuchel and Potter seem very unfairly treated right now. Potter was it was a disaster at Chelsea. But Tuchel it was shocking how he was sacked. Absolutely shocking. I couldn't believe it. When they 6 games into the league, was it 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats? I know that's not good, don't get me wrong. But they sacked him on the back of an away loss in the Champions League. You're like, what? Poch is doing just as bad as Poch, though. It's because Tuchel isn't a yes man. No, he's not. Tuchel won't take much. But, Tuchel might even be in trouble at Bayern at the moment. Bayern Leverkusen are just brilliant. But again, we'll talk about it later. I was so sad when Tuchel got sacked. He shouldn't have been sacked, The season before, he got to 2 cup finals and lost to Liverpool, who were brilliant that season and almost got a quadruple. So, be a bit fair. It was just ridiculous. And then he gets sacked less than 10 games into the season. What is that? If the new owners wanted to get rid of Tuchel, fine, that's fair. Okay, but don't give him a transfer window. Okay? If you've got a man you want to bring in, don't give him a transfer window and all that. Do not give him one, because then you're bringing in all his players just to get rid of him and leave a different manager with his mess. Come on. Explain the logic, How do you only have 300 subs? Well, I don't have 352. But I know what you're saying. Big up. Appreciate that. But how do I only have 300? I don't know. Maybe I'm not advertising right or whatever. But I'll take my 300, honestly. But anyway, moving De Bruyne. He technically had 2 assists. He definitively got 1, but he is the reason that second one happens. No, that first goal happened. So he is the cause of 1 goal, and he gets an assist. His dad is a legend. He comes on sometimes. Yeah, he does. Came on for the FA Cup stream. He's on the watch along for Saturday, right? Yeah, as long as everything goes swimmingly, he should be on. We've spoken about it. It should be all good. So, ding, ding, ding on that regard. But also, De Bruyne, okay, whipping in passes. He was the only one. We've got Saturday. We've got Everton on Saturday. 12:30 kickoff. So hopefully players will be up for it. It's at the Etihad. So big game for us to get points. KDB though, he's the only player. When making chances, he's the only player that I see really making the risky passes and all that. Other players will make risky passes, but not as much as he does. That's why his passing accuracy is shocking, because he does the passes that no one else sees and no one else dares to do. I expect a 4-0 win. Oh my lord, 4 goals for Haaland. Oh my lord. Do you think Phil Foden is City's best player this season? He's in contention. He's brilliant, isn't he? He is just playing amazing. I think Alvarez is up there, you know? Alvarez has got very good stats this season, I'd like to say. I know he had poor form in, say, December, but I think recently he's picked up a little bit. Good players bounce back. Yeah, to be fair, they do bounce back, but we'll see. 4 goals is a wild prediction, but I'm not going to knock it. He did go through a bad period, but I think from every other time he's been solid too. So there was a bad period of form. That just wasn't there. So, but you know, it's interesting, isn't it? And I can't wait to have that conversation at the end of the season for Player of the Season. You know, I really can't. Moving on though, Phil Foden. Haaland's not scored since November 25th. To be fair though, the fella's been out for almost 2 months, hasn't he? Nearly 25% a year now. That's true. I don't think he'll be off the score sheet forever. I think we will see him back a lot. I'm starving, lol. Guess I'm to eat that. Yeah, Phil Foden, what a game he had. Hat-trick. What's your thoughts on FFP, on Man City FFP? I'm not sure what to think. TBH, you might be okay. FFP is a stupid thing, and it's something that I'll talk in depth about in another video / stream. But some people think it's good, so that Newcastle can't just go spend willy-nilly. You know? But look, I understand, you know, you don't want Newcastle spending willy-nilly, but FFP, the overall purpose of FFP, not many will tell you, okay, but Gary Neville got a spot on a while ago. Not many will tell you it, but FFP is created to keep big teams at the top and keep smaller teams at the bottom. Basically to make sure Ipswich can never win the UCL. That's basically what it is. Maybe you could host a panel show in international break about it. Or I'll host it. It's up to you. It's your idea. I mean, yeah, I could. That's not a bad idea for a bit of content. I'll definitely look into that and see what I've got going on. Ipswich will win the UCL. Not anytime soon, but maybe one day. But Phil Foden, what a player. Hat-trick, you know. I think there was one moment where he was a little selfish on the ball. It's not affected his rating, but where he could have slipped that into Erling Haaland. And Haaland could have maybe gone in and score a goal. But he went for the shot instead. It got blocked. But it's not the be-all of end-all. The bottom line is he got a hat-trick and he was brilliant. You know, so good. You know, and I'm hoping that he could just keep pushing onwards and just keep being brilliant. It's clear that this is his position, the midfield. Please, don't take him out of it. Don't even take him out of it when he plays for England. Southgate, pal, open your eyes when you're picking this England squad. I have no doubt, lad, that you will... I have no doubt, Southgate, lad, if you watch one game of him, you will have no choice but to actually think for a moment and think, oh, Phil Foden's a midfielder, and not go back to that silly statement you made a while ago. But actually open your eyes. I don't even support England, okay, lad, but you just have to open your eyes to see that Phil Foden's a midfielder. Watch one game of him playing in midfield. Like, oh my lord, he can't play in midfield. It's the most stupid statement I've ever heard. Edison was a bit dodgy at times today, in my opinion, but he wasn't terrible. Yeah, that's why I've given him a 6.5. I've been Southgate out since the Euros. I don't know how he didn't get the sack during Nations League. You lot, England, I don't know about you lot, okay? I don't know if you support England, okay? But England, then they get relegated. They were that bad. I know they finished bottom of their Nations League group, which is shocking. Absolutely terrible. But, come on, lads. England is another conversation, and I will do a video on England when the time is right, but... How didn't we have a shot on target after the goal in the first minute of the Euros final? Because he's sit back. He's a sit back manager. He lives in Wales, right? Don't ask me that. I ain't got a VPN on that fella. Yes, boys, says Tommy Allen. Welcome back to the chat, lad. Come to the back end of this now. No, I meant you. Lol. Who lives in Wales? I live in Wales. Wait, what? Why wouldn't people support England? Oh, no, I don't live in Wales, but I don't support England either. Don't worry. I'll keep my secrets to myself. But, no, I don't support England. I'm not even that big on international football, if you want the truth. I do like watching it. Why don't I support England? No, don't worry, MCFR. No need to be sorry, lad. Honestly, it's fine. You do not need to be sorry, pal. Don't feel bad about it or anything. Genuinely. Why don't I support England? I just not for me. The World Cup is cast. Oh yeah, trust me. No. I like watching the Euros and I like watching the World Cup. Nations League, I'm neither here or there about. Okay, can he be bothered though about it? Oh, that doesn't help. I said can he and you just said Scotland. I cannot be bothered though. About like Euro qualifiers. I'd hardly watch a match about Euro qualifiers. You have a Scottish look. Must be long to get to Conway Borough. Am I from? Oh my lord! Everyone must. No, I don't live in Scotland either. Okay. Man, I'm from Hull, the greatest city on earth. Sorry if I was annoying. You're not annoying, lad. Trust me, lad. It's funny if anything. Ireland then. Oh my lord, lads. Anyway, I'm gonna get on Erling Haaland now, a man that's from Norway. Look, I don't think it's fair to say. Oh, he didn't get a goal. I don't think he got a. It's not Ireland, trust me. No, I'm not from Norway. Come on. Erling Haaland got himself an assist today. It was a nice assist as well. Laid the ball off brilliantly to Phil Foden, and which allowed him to go get his hat-trick. I don't think it's fair to say, oh, he didn't get a goal when he wasn't really given the chances to. You know, can you name one chance that Erling Haaland got that was really clear-cut? Maybe it's the English Channel Islands. I don't even know what those are, lad. Lad, I'm not even going to tell you where I live, lad. You could guess, right, okay, I might live in Wales. I might live in England. I might live in Scotland. I might live in Spain. I'm not telling you. He must be Scouse if he doesn't... I'm not Scouse, lad. I'm not Scouse. I'm not Scouse, lad. I would not be supporting MCFC lives in Japan since DC3K. Oh my lord. Yes, it's Japan though. But Erling Haaland, he played okay today. Maybe you're rich and it's Dubai. Blow my neck. Dubai. Jesus, I'm telling you now, if I was rich and lived in Dubai, I wouldn't have this green screen. I'd have my own little room. No. No NBA. Oh, I'll give you guys a hint. Lads. I live in a continent. There you go. Antarctica. Anyway, lads, what is this stream? Yes, he's on the glacier in Antarctica. Oh, definitely, lads. You caught me out. Why do you think it's so stormy, lads? So it's the blizzards. Kovacic. Kovacic, Doku. Not much to say about them. He lives in Primark bag for life. We know because it's a green screen, so I could, but maybe MCFC Connect could be in a country, out in a different country each stream. Interesting theory. I would have to move rapid. You know, the game's just ended, and I'm in like. I'm in a different country. Man, I'm moving. I'm making moves, lad. I'm in my car doing this stream right now, moving to the next country. About to get on the plane, lads. Boarding is in about 2 hours. Aguero says glimpse HC, not FC. Anyway, lads. That concludes my player ratings, but there's one thing I want to talk about. What are your thoughts on the signing of Savio? That is basically done now. We've made an agreement with Girona. The 19-year-old will be a Man City player. Guys, I just want to say, Julian Alvarez is older than Phil Foden. Just breathe that in, lads. Breathe it in. But Rodri is unbeaten in an entire year across all competitions for Man City. That's crazy. Hop on 4 MCFC. Glimpse is a good addition to the chat, though. Well, he's not been beat since November 12th, 2022, right? No, it's something like according to Spurs were last year. Yeah, according to City Extras post, not been beat since last year's summit. Tomorrow, 1 year ago, is the Chargers. Yep, it is. I knew it's February time. But yeah, what do you guys think to he went to loan. He went on loan to Hull, didn't he? Because I know it kind of fell through at Leipzig. Leipzig hardly played him, so Liverpool loaned him back out to a different team. And the rest was history. Yes, a treble came soon. But I've just got Sky Sports on the screen here. Imagine we get another treble there. Don't make me think, lad. It sounds ridiculous. It does sound ridiculous. But lads, Savio, what a player we are signing, and what a win this was tonight. Next game is against Everton, I'm pretty sure. We will be doing a go watch along for that, of course. I'm on MCFR's channel tomorrow doing a review of this game again, so be prepared to hear my thoughts again. With Liam... Oh, that's a decent squad. Liam Delap and Fabio Carvalho. I know those two are solid. I know one of them plays for us. Well, is a City player. I don't think he'll be at City for much longer, if you want the truth. So yeah, but big up to everyone who's tuned in. And back tomorrow, of course, on MCFR's channel. A pre-recorded video is coming out tomorrow, and so is a YouTube short. So thank you everyone who's tuned in. Thank you for 352 subscribers. And I will see you all soon, hopefully.